What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have to talk about Respawn carrying the Star Wars torch for EA, really. DualShockers put it best when they had the picture of Jack Sparrow pulling the Black Pearl. That's exactly what this is like with Respawn just taking over. So what we got was confirmation this morning that Respawn is working on 3 Star Wars games. Now, it's a little misleading in that way, but they are specifically themselves making 2 of them. They did confirm, the next Star Wars Jedi game, the next game in that franchise, as well as a new Star Wars first-person shooter. And new is the key word, because Battlefront 3, in fact, Nibel even goes on to say, not shocking, but worth pointing out, Battlefront 3 is basically dead, according to people familiar with the announcement, as EA moves all Star Wars projects to Respawn. They're also doing a new Star Wars strategy game, but the thing with that is they're publishing it. They're not developing it. The developers are actually going to be a new studio called Bit Reactor, which is the former members of Firaxis Games, which are the ones who made XCOM. So I honestly feel like a lot of these, really maybe even all 3, are generally easy to place. Maybe the first-person shooter is a little difficult to figure out, right? But obviously the next Star Wars Jedi, and I think that gives us all we need to know. So it will be called Star Wars Jedi, and then instead of Fallen Order, it would be, whatever the next subtitle is. But it would be the second game in that franchise. The new first-person shooter, while not Battlefront, I mean, obviously these guys made a little well-known game called Titanfall, so maybe they could do something Titanfall-esque with Star Wars. I would completely sign up for that. And then finally, a Star Wars turn-based, XCOM-style game. Look, I know not everybody was into the like Marvel's Midnight Suns, which is definitely like a spin on what you would imagine XCOM is. It's not literally just Marvel's XCOM, but I'm all in. I think it's different. I think it's cool. I think it serves an audience that doesn't normally get served with these other games. And yes, people aren't going to like it, or certain people aren't going to like it, but that's why you have more than one Marvel game releasing. That's why you have more than one Star Wars game releasing. So I would take this 100 out of 100 times any day of the week. I would take a Star Wars based XCOM game. I think that'd be actually really, really cool. So, and I don't mind this, really. I mean, if EA, I don't want Insomniac to just be a Marvel studio for Sony. Okay, that's been maybe a controversial opinion of mine. I would prefer they keep at least one part of that team working on maybe Infamous or Ratchet and Clank, or just able to work on something not Marvel related. Okay, and that's just my opinion. I would say it's a little bit different for this because, well, I mean, I'm not the biggest Titanfall fan of all time. Obviously, if you're a big Titanfall fan, this is probably disappointing because you're not going to get Titanfall 3 for an extremely long time. And this seems to, again, be EA's plan, right? Everybody else DICE is done. No more Battlefront. You're just going to work on Battlefield and try to fix the franchise, which I guess they themselves had hurt in the first place. But, giving all Star Wars games to one development team and just letting them kind of have that brand going forward, I don't really mind it. And also, I guess if there's any team that could handle this, it would be wouldn't it? I mean, I just think obviously they handled themselves quite nicely with Jedi Fallen Order. They've done it with other games as well. Obviously, Titanfall 2, if you go back in time. So I like the move. I honestly like it. To my knowledge, there's no timelines of any of this kind of stuff. But I would imagine, again, still we've talked about the timeline for the second Jedi game, Star Wars Jedi. So I think that's going to be obviously first. I don't know if they're in order. We'll have to see, what kind of order they're in. However, considering that strategy game from the former XCOM developers, considering that studio just opened, I'd imagine that game is, a while out, probably 3 or so years out. So we'll have to wait, I think, a bit on that one. So let me know what you guys think about the news. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me or support me anywhere else, I have a Twitter. I have a second channel. I also have Patreon and YouTube memberships. Links for them all are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.